Good evening, everybody. As Ovidiu just mentioned, I will present the second project in an advanced manner which has to do with negotiating. Now, what do you think negotiation is? I'd like to hear one or two or three thoughts. What is negotiation? Transaction.
Communication. Effective communication.
Effective communication.
Hustle.
Selling. Hustle. Selling. Yes. Well, in life, we often find ourselves wanting something that somebody else wants as well. We often find ourselves having needs that overlap with other people's needs. We might want the seat by the window in an airplane if it's already taken. We might want to park closer to the conference hall where we will have an event, yet the parking attendant says no, it's reserved. And when those needs overlap, negotiation is the process through which we make those needs be fulfilled for all parties involved. And whatever it is that we're negotiating, it is related to a theme or to a context. The theme. Now, I would like to present a bit of a theoretical, let's say, view and a few techniques for negotiating. Then we will have a demo where one of our colleagues will come in front and I will demo the techniques that I will present. And afterwards, we will have 1 or 2 minutes for feedback from you or maybe questions. So please pay attention to the theory side and notice how it will be applied in the demo. 3 main steps when negotiating. First, we have trust. We must establish trust with the other party. And how do we do that? A few ways. If we are acquainted with that person, we can just make reference to positive history. Or maybe we don't know that person, but what always works is smiling and having an open body language. And last but not least, what also works, scientifically proven, is mirroring. Having a similar body language, having a similar tone of voice, enables or increases trust within you and the other person. So, let's say we have trust. Next, we move on to needs. There are 2 main needs that need to be covered. First, my need, X, what do I want, what do I need? And the other party's needs, Y. And how do we find those out? We ask open questions, like, and those questions are related to the theme. For example, how is it important for you to, or why is it important for you to sit by the window in the airplane? And through the answers that we're getting, we are finding out those needs. Now it's very important that the other person's needs are more, let's say, we should always put in front, for negotiation purposes, the other person's needs. They're more important than our own. And once we do have the other person's needs, we move on to finding a solution. And this solution has to fulfill, as I said, both needs, X and Y. And we can either suggest one idea that we have, we can suggest an outcome, how we could do this, and then explain how that suggestion fulfills the other person's Y needs. Or we can engage in a creative process and just ask, all right, so this is what I need, that is what you need. How can we find a way that both of those are fulfilled? And all of this, it has to work under the framework or the idea of win-win. It is very important that throughout the whole discussion, throughout the whole process, our mind is on the win-win idea. Both us and the other person must walk away happy, joyful, knowing that what they did was good for them. So, I would like to ask in front Adi. He volunteered to help with this demo. So let's welcome him with a round of applause. And we have a theme that we will be discussing. It's like this. We are Toastmasters, so we are the people that we are. And Adi has reserved the speaker's role next week. Now, I want to be a speaker next week. So, we cannot both be speakers because all other roles are taken, so the needs overlap. Now, we have not rehearsed this conversation. We have just established the theme. So, watch for those techniques, and here goes. Hey, Adi.
Hey, Radu. How are you?
Pretty good. And you?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah. So, I heard you've been in Italy recently. How's that been?
It was great, yes. I've seen lots of tennis matches. Tennis is my passion.
And I've seen you play.
Yeah, I play not quite to that level though. I still have work to do.
Of course. I mean, whatever we do, we can improve. Like Toastmasters, for example, there's always one thing that we can do to become better.
For sure.
I noticed you have a speech scheduled for next week.
Yes.
I was wondering how is it important for you to have the speech exactly next week?
Oh, well, 3 reasons basically for the importance of this speech. It's an English meeting. I want to practice my English.
Yes, it's very important.
I'm on lesson speech number 10. I'm about to become a competent communicator, so I would like to accomplish that goal.
Excellent.
And that, in turn, also helps the club win some points for the competition, DCP club competition, you know?
Yes.
And that's, I guess, it.
So basically, you want to practice your English and also earn the competent communicator award and win some points for the club as well.
Exactly.
Now, I'm asking you about next week's speech because I myself would like to hold a speech next week, and that is because I'm aiming for the Triple Crown award, and I need just one more speech.
Okay.
And I know there's still time until the end of the period. Yet I will be leaving on vacation for the next meetings. So I was wondering if maybe it would be okay for you to hold the next week your speech, and regarding practicing English, we can talk in English from time to time if you want. And I'm sure you will reach you will get your CC awards the following week, and as well the points for the club. So, what do you think?
Okay. It's an interesting proposition. I think, yeah, those needs are covered. The club's needs and my CC award. But I'm not sure when or how we would have the opportunity to really practice my English in speaking with you. So, I don't know, maybe if you ask me out for a beer or...
And we drink beer in English, right?
And the next to the beer conversation will be in English, hopefully, if we're still sober.
For me, it's really important that you do get to practice English. So if we do that, like go for a beer, do you really think that it would work for you? It could give you an opportunity to opportunity to practice English, and also it would allow me to get that Triple Crown award.
Sure. I mean, I do understand that award is more important than CC, and also I have the opportunity to gain that award later, to receive it. So the timing is not that important to me. The only point for having to have it next week would be being the fact that it's an English meeting. But, well, I guess I can see the benefit in talking in English with you next to 1 liter non-filtered beer.
All right. So it's settled.
It is settled.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Remain here, and now it is time for a bit of feedback from you guys. What did you notice? What did you like? What would you have liked to see different? Opinions? Yes.
I know I'm supposed to be your evaluator, but I have a question. Why is it so important for you that he practices his English?
Well, it's important for me that he fulfills his need, and not that he practices English. His English sounds pretty good, so yes, that's why I emphasized, given the win-win idea, so that he feels that it's worthwhile what he's doing, so that he walks away feeling that he made a good deal in a way. How was it for you, the whole thing?
Well, given the fact you're paying for the beer, it was very good. No, I think your arguments were very good. The fact that you mentioned the holiday you had to go on trumps my need for it being next week. You spotted the fact that my second and third needs were easy to, I don't know, satisfy in the following period, and the first one you tackled the other way by proposing an interaction in English. So I think all 3 needs were fulfilled.
Any other one more observational question? Yes.
I'm really curious regarding the fact that, well, if he brings a DCP point and he becomes a competent communicator and you're going to achieve the Triple Crown,
That's also brings.
yeah, why can't you switch with someone else and both of you deliver the speech during that meeting?
It was not approached during our session. It would have been one of the possible
The suggestions. Yeah.
Yes. Let's work with somebody else, or maybe let's speak with the Toastmaster and have a longer session with 4 speakers, or but we didn't.
So there are solutions outside your both views, the views that you both have. There might be other ways.
There
Okay.
are always solutions.
Okay.
Okay. If that is it, thank you everybody, and that is it. Thank you.
Thank you.